Hi, everybody. How are you? It's Taco Tuesday. Not here, though.
MVP.
It's not Taco Tuesday here. It's Cheesesteak Tuesday. We got
Cheesesteak
donkeys.
Tuesday, donkeys.
Donkeys. Thank you guys so much, Donkey's Place. You guys make sure you stop by if you're living in New Jersey. If you're visiting New Jersey at all this holiday season, make sure you stop by one of their locations in Camden, Medford, or Mount Holly. Get yourself a delicious looking cheesesteak because they look so freaking good. And tell them that the OTFB lady sent you, and you're guaranteed to have a great time and some wonderful food. Yes, turkey is done. It's time to move on to cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteaks.
That's right. Welcome, everybody, to the Our Turf podcast on the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving. Some folks say this is when the real season starts, but whatever. We are thrilled to welcome Wanda back to join us as Kate and Dana are out for a week or so, I think. So, yes, welcome, Wanda. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited, ready to go. Wish I could have a Philly cheesesteak, but hey, I'll just have to deal with the pizza.
Deal with the pizza, but call them because they will for sure send you either a hoodie or a shirt. Okay.
All right.
And they're awesome about it.
Awesome.
Yes, I'll send you the number.
Okay.
Hi, Graham. How are you?
Be a whole lot of ass in this room right now.
Hey, she can say that because Dana's not here because Dana would be not too thrilled. Don't tell Dana. Hi, Graham. Yes, we are praying for my Wi-Fi, and so far, so good. Please, y'all, if you are a praying person, please pray.
Listen,
send some good vibes, whatever you believe in.
Wait a minute. Is that's a different picture? That's not a Culpepper.
No, it's Grummy.
Oh, I'm seeing that. Nice.
Yes.
I see the Culpepper. I see the was it Grummy 29?
Grummy 29.
He'll have to tell us the backstory on that.
Exactly. Well, tonight we're going to get into a few things. We're going to talk about MVP candidates because it's kind of getting to be that time. I think people have started to establish themselves. Coach of the Year candidates. I am a big fan of some Coach of the Year candidates, although, we kind of have an idea, but there's some good candidates out there. Because Wanda's here, we're going to talk Bears because why not? As a Lions fan.
The Bears.
Da Bears. And then, of course, we are going to finish up our installment of teams from a hat. We have 5 teams this week to pick from.
5.
And we have to say why they're going to the Super Bowl. Okay? So, let's get into it. Let's start with MVP candidates. And before we get started.
MVP.
We talk about, Wanda actually brought up a really good, and I want to go ahead and explain your point. You remember?
Yeah. So my point is, okay, we usually have the typical quarterback MVPs.
Of course we do.
And that's just the way that it goes. But there's so many other players that have just balled out and have done their part. And I was thinking of like a defensive player. Like, when was the last time there was a defensive player that's an MVP? And if we could think of one right now, I've got one in my mind right now that could be a MVP on the defensive side.
Wanda, Brian Urlacher does not play anymore.
Come on.
We know Brian Urlacher does not play. But he would have been a good candidate, I think, too.
He would have.
But there was a defensive player that was named MVP. There have actually 2 in the history since Pro Football Reference. I looked back, and there have been 2. The most recent, I'll let you guys decide, and then around 8:30, pop it in the chat and tell me who was that person, if you guys remember. Okay. So MVP candidates this year. You have your Pat Mahomes, who's having a great season, but Lisa's got somebody else. Lisa, who's your MVP
Graham
candidate?
Oh, we're going with Tua. I mean, you look at numbers and you look. Well, I mean, you look at last year before that. I mean, Patrick was the clear-cut choice. We got a couple receivers on there. I mean, you can't, Justin Jefferson. Come on, look at the ridiculous numbers he's put on. But on the same sentence with that, you got to put Tyreek Hill's name in there. You got to put the Miami Dolphins as having two players that legitimately could be MVPs of the league. I mean, Tyreek Hill's numbers are off the charts. Justin Jefferson's numbers are off the charts. I think Jefferson right now, he's 1,232 yards, but he's only got 5 touchdowns. And that's bizarre. He's 13th in the league for touchdowns. So I think that's going to hurt him a little bit. I really do. And when you look at the MVPs, what names are missing? Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's a given that, last year we were talking about Tom Brady, talking about Aaron Rodgers, talking about Patrick Mahomes. This year we're talking a whole different batch of quarterbacks. Josh Allen has to be a consideration. He struggled the last couple games, Buffalo. But, I mean, his name's still up there. He's putting up some great numbers, still playing some top-notch football. So I think still going to be a quarterback. Sorry, ladies. I know you guys. I think Jalen Hurts. He's playing out of his league right now. I mean, this guy is top tier quarterback right now. So to me, right now, if you told me I had a vote per game, best quarterback right now for his team, to me would be Jalen Hurts. I would have to say Jalen Hurts right now is the MVP leader to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wanda, and I totally agree with Lisa there. I think because Jalen Hurts is a dual threat quarterback with his legs, with his arms, and just the way that he commands the offense, he's just right there in just the thick of things. And I think also there's just a sleeper. We can't forget Geno Smith. I know it's kind of like bizarre to think about. But
don't suck up to Dana.
No, I mean, I'm not. Honestly, I was never a Geno Smith fan, and I'm not still. But it's just that you have to give the guy credit for really trying to ball out and make everybody think about. I've been through the league, but I'm still a player, and I can still play. And I can still sling.
Comeback player of the year. Let's give him that. To me, he's not anywhere near Tua or Jalen Hurts or Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry. I hate to say that.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree.
I'd go comeback player if I had to pick something for him.
Yeah.
Definitely. But in the MVP
Jalen Hurts, it's Jalen Hurts.
It's his to lose to me. It's his to lose these next couple games to me.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Mm-hmm. I'll agree. I'll ride with Jalen Hurts as an MVP candidate. I do though like Justin Jefferson mostly because he's on my fantasy team and getting me a lot of points, baby. But I do. But no, I think Jalen Hurts definitely has a very good shot at winning MVP, and you just see how well he's led this team, how he has that confidence, how he's able to just, make plays happen, how he's able to be just such a runner and just a good all-around player. I like that. I like that a lot. And so I think right now he's got to be the lead candidate. Tua and Tyreek, I think they are very close. I think they're neck and neck, honestly, because, Tyreek, I think, helps to make Tua. I hate to put it that way, but I think that's kind of how it goes. So I would kind of give the edge to Tyreek. Look at me giving 2 wide receivers some ups, but I like them both for MVP candidates as well. But I think Jalen's got the lead on this one. That's just me, though.
Yep. And which, like you said, when's the last time we haven't talked about an Aaron Rodgers or a Tom Brady? So I think that's kind of a good thing for the run pass option quarterbacks.
Yeah,
the RPOs are running the league now, so it's kind of interesting with Patrick right there too. I mean, he'll take off. Josh Allen, these quarterbacks are hard to bring down. I mean, when you watch Jalen Hurts and that performance he did, they couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
You just had no answer for him because, like I said, if you stop him, he just stops, plants, and bam, that ball's out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, to me, and I agree with you guys, it's his to lose at this point because, like I said, he's playing lights out football right now.
Okay, can I add to a little bit of this trivia too for MVP candidates since I haven't pulled up? Did you know that there was a kicker as the MVP?
There's no way. Come on.
There is totally
Seriously?
way. Seriously. Seriously.
Oh, man.
Mark Mosley in 1982 from the then Washington Redskins, now Commanders. But
1982?
1982. Mark Mosley.
I think we were all like 4. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, I think I literally was 4, not even gonna lie.
Oh my god.
But
I just can't right now.
You just burned yourself.
Just kill me.
Sorry. But anyway, so a kicker has actually won MVP. So there's hope out there for kickers, I do believe.
Not these kickers these days. Woo!
Ooh, kickers these
days.
They
make extra points.
But they have made some changes, so it's not always such a gimme. So I love it.
You got one job. You got one job. You literally just have one job to do.
Well, sometimes they have one job. If they if it's like a bad, well, yes, sometimes they have one job. They have one job to do, and hey, they're good at it. Look at Justin Tucker.
67
yards. That thing was close too. That thing was close. Did you? Yeah. I thought it was going through. I really did.
So
if it had been at Ford Field, it would have gone through. Just
saying. Or Mile High. Mile High. That baby would have been done by 70.
Flying.
He was right on target, though. He was right on target.
Yes, he was.
Listen, let me just hang on. Let me talk about kickers for just 1 second. No kidding. Let me just talk about kickers for 1 second.
Okay.
What drives me crazy about kickers and people who are season ticket holders and who go to games, if you go early, like I'm the geek, I like to go early. I like to watch warm-ups, especially with, when I was in the media with our turf going to the Dolphin games, going out and watching them kick. Because that's the first thing kickers do is they'll go out and start kicking. What irritates me so much, and with Jason Sanders, is you're kicking and you're practicing and you're seeing that you're kind of off to the left a little bit. And I've watched it in stadiums to where, he missed that one to the left. And I'll be damned if you're not in games, make that adjustment to kick the ball to the right. But no, do they? No, the ball goes the exact same way. You just practice it for an hour. How? You got one job, dude. Fix them going to the left. It drives me crazy. Okay,
I see.
Over. Kicker
I see.
Over.
And it's kind of like bowling. You got to kind of adjust
yourself.
Yes, but yeah, okay. I'll give you
my vent about kickers.
Okay. Lisa has vented about kickers, and now we are going to continue. Remember, guys, you're supposed to tell us who the last defensive MVP was. Okay. MVP. Now, defensive. Now we're going to switch over, still sticking with awards, but now we're going to look at some Coach of the Year candidates because those are starting to emerge as well. I'm gonna have to just say it's the hipster homebrewer right there, Mike McDaniels.
Dolphins are all over this MVP this year, baby.
They are, and I love it. I love it for you, Lisa. I love it for you.
I'm scared though. I'm scared. Still, it's hard because I'm just waiting for the whole bottom to fall out of this whole thing. I'm telling you what, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm scared to death. But
don't be scared.
You're right while you go, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was about to say, just enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
I was about to say, trust me, Wanda and I would love to know that feeling, although I'm a little closer, but
yeah, for sure.
But so I like hipster homebrewer Mike McDaniel from the Dolphins as a great MVP or a Coach of the Year candidate. I also kind of like Robert Saleh with the Jets. I mean, they started off pretty hot. They're kind of coming back to earth and had a little controversy with Zach Wilson and stuff, but I still kind of like him earlier on as a Coach of the Year candidate as he took them to, a pretty hot start. Who else? Who else can we name as possible Coach of the Year candidates not named Mike McDaniel?
Brian Daboll. has to be in the mix.
He
Brian
does.
Daboll with the Giants. I mean, look what he's done with that franchise. The definition of coach of the year, though, I mean, let's kind of put an emphasis on that. What are you looking for? If you're sitting there saying this is a coach of the year, are we looking for a coach that has come in and taken a ball club? Let's just use Brian Daboll with the Giants, who, look at some of the tape that we saw, some of the footage coming out of Daniel Jones and some of the throws, where some of the throws are still, you just kind of scratch your head like, dude, where are you throwing the ball? So you have to be, honest with that. Mike McDaniel's first year head coach, we're looking what he's done with the Dolphins, what he's done with Tua. Robert Saleh, what he's done with the Jets. I mean, what's our emphasis of coach of the year? Is it somebody who comes in and takes an organization and totally kind of revamps it, rebuilds it, and makes the playoffs? Or are we talking about a coach like Brian Daboll who brings an absolute disaster back to, positive postseason implications now with the Giants? So it's kind of like, where are you in your basis of what do you expect from a coach of the year?
Wanda, what do you expect from a coach of the year? Lisa with the big questions today.
First of all, it's like the mindset of where the team is going and what they're going to do as a team together, and then building that team, surrounding their passer with the tools and the players, that everything that they need to get them to that big dance, right? Because you want to see that where they're going. And for me, and I'm with you. I love McDaniels. I think he's an awesome hipster dude. But he's such a cool dude.
He ever listens to our show, he's in trouble.
But Nick Sirianni, I mean, the way that he has really put his trust in Jalen Hurts, the way he's built that team, the way he built around a quarterback. Here, he knew what he had in Jalen, and he says, "I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to draft who we need to build around you to make this a team." And look at the possibility of the Eagles possibly getting to the Super Bowl again. They did it once before, that whole magic thing with Nick Foles, but now they've got their franchise QB and they're going that direction. So, to me, that is the epitome of a MVP coach that took a team where people thought, okay, with the Phillies, it was just going to be a one and done thing, and it's going to be a long time down the road. Did not expect Sirianni to be that guy, but man, he's really pulled it off. I mean, in my eyes, I think he's pulled it off very well.
I like that too. I like Nick Sirianni, and he's a very good candidate too. And I like your definition. I know. I can't really say too much more, but no, you guys have really hit the nail on the head. Like when you look at a coach of the year, when I think of a coach of the year candidate, I think of somebody who has brought an organization back, who is, really working with what they've got, putting their players in right situations, right spots, good coaching, able to get the best out of their team and, make it do what it do. And Nick Sirianni, he came in, everybody was laughing at him after the press conference and just like, he's going to be trash. This is who the Eagles got. My God, look at the Eagles now. I mean, fly Eagles fly, right? I mean, they're doing it. So you have to consider him as coach of the year, possibly even ahead of Mike McDaniel. But Mike McDaniel has done a great job too.
Yeah, and coaching matters. I mean, coaching matters. And when you can bring in coaches that players react to, that they can bring the best out of every player, get every ounce of 100, they give 110%. That matters. And when you look at the Dolphins and you look at the Brian Flores days and you look at the Mike McDaniels, it was all coaching. I mean, the staff that this guy brought in is awesome. And that was one of our biggest things was coaching staff. I mean, it can just show you, that this guy has a mentality. Same thing with Nick. It's you build these walls around there, and players matter. I mean, you look at Tua, as a team, every single member of that team that you put together matter. I mean, when Terrell Armstead went out on us in the second quarter, Tua was a different quarterback in the third quarter. And that was one player. Just offsets everything. And as coaching staff, you have to come in, you have to plug and play at that point. That's where coaching matters. That's where you're going to see these guys rally. And you look at a coach like Mike McDaniels, who in the third quarter saw that, he was making some throws, but he was also starting to get beat up a little bit. He was starting to get some hits. We were ahead. He was ahead by almost 28 points. He pulled Tua in the third quarter and Skylar Thompson finish it out. So to me, that is your coaching, that smart coaching. Get your
keister
quarterback out of there. Get your man out of there, and so we can figure some things out. But like you said, I think the same thing. I think Nick's got the coaches. Same thing with his. We could possibly see that with the quarterback and a coach being MVPs of the league.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, now exactly. I wonder. We need a stat person. Because I'm wondering when the last time was Coach of the Year and MVP came from the same team. It probably hasn't been that far back, but I just can't remember. And
and I wonder if it's a one-time head coach. The first year.
Yeah, I wonder.
So if does do something like that.
Exactly. We gotta look that up. Give me a second, Wanda.
Talk about the Bears.
The Bears. Like, are they getting it together? Are they showing signs? I think they kind of are.
Showing signs. They are showing signs of getting it together. They're working a little bit. It's just unfortunately we got decimated with injuries. Starting with our QB. And then we just lost Eddie Jackson. We just lost Mooney. They're gone for the season. Our two core DBs, our corners and rookies, Gordon and Brisker, both had concussions last week. And I mean, it's just been like one after another. But the future looks really good because we now know we've got our QB1, and we just got to build around him, and that's what Flus and Poles. The plan is, because now we've got all this money. We've got these picks. We've got the number 2 pick now. So I hope that they do is trade down, get a couple more picks, maybe a couple more in the first round, and get more tools to build around. We need to build our defense because our defense, can I say how much we need a pass rusher? Like somebody like a Micah Parsons. We need that.
Yeah, you do.
Hutchinson. Look at what Hutchinson has done for the Lions.
Right?
I'm serious. Look at that. Just boom. That's what the Bears need. We need to think about that. That's got to be what's in the draft. Looking forward, whatever we're going to use in free agency and getting the players. But I believe that next year is going to be a different season, and I think that Getsy is now, he knows what he's doing with Justin. Justin trusts Getsy. They've got a really good understanding relationship. And once you've got those playmakers in there, and we got ourselves a really nice wide receiver to help out Fields going down, you're going to see the competitiveness that's come with Tua and with Jalen Hurts and all these young guys coming out there, because the coaches, the staff, the organization built around their QB1. I can attest, even watching, we've all watched Tua. We've all watched how he has come along, the way he just put it together. It just took a head coach that would believe in him to tweak it and build around them and to their strengths. You see that with Jalen. You've seen that with Justin Fields. And he's normally not that big of a runner. As a matter of fact, I even looked at his stats for Ohio State and saw that his last season, he ran for only 348 yards. And the rest of the time it was passing. So, he can pass the ball. He just needs to get to that point, understand a little bit more. Now he's getting to that now we started seeing it towards the last part of the games. It's just they need to finish. They need to finish that, and that's where we need just the weapons to do that. And I really do believe that next year the Bears are going to come out much better in a competitive NFC North, hopefully.
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 I like the hopefully.
Hopefully.
Goodness,
I think, that's kind of what's been missing from the Bears is their defense. And it's like that's been their calling card for forever. And so that I think I'm looking slightly forward to as a person who likes defenses. I like to see that, not against the Lions, obviously, but as a person who writes for the NFC North for our turf, I do like to see that the Bears have that defense going. And, I think that Jalen, I think that Justin is getting it. And I like that he's kind of putting it together because he was one of the ones that I kind of wanted to keep an eye on this year just to see if he was going to be able to take that next step. And I think he is going to be able to take that next step. Like you said, he's got a coach that trusts him. I think if he gets him some more weapons, some receivers and things like that, I think there's going to be some pretty good ones coming out this year.
Go get you Quentin Johnston. Go get you Quentin Johnston, TCU. Go get that boy.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Rasheem Rice from SM Little School. Yeah, you got a couple of them. Josh Downs, North Carolina. I mean, there's going to be some good receivers you can pick up, and I think that'll be because I think Claypool's going to be fine. Just got to throw the ball. So, like you said, and you got to, it's always with the same teams. You got to get the offensive line shored up a little bit. You got to keep Justin healthy. And as you know, we knew at the beginning of the season, it was scary. There's, scary times when players go down because it just, look at the Rams right now. Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're walking wounded.
I mean, you're talking, and I heard some great chatter this morning about Sean McVay. I mean, look at Sean McVay's picture from last year. Look at the guy now. He looks like he's aged 25 years. I swear to God, it reminds me of a president. Presidents always come in the United States looking great. They go out looking like little old men because it's the job. I mean, he was on a magazine. God, I think he's one of the 10 sexiest men or something like that. Now you look at him, he looks like he needs to go to sleep for about 3 months.
He probably does.
He
hasn't slept.
That guy, I mean, you talk about stress because his mind is football constantly. I mean, you see the interviews with him and how focused is. I mean, he remembers every single play from almost 10 years ago in games that he's called. It's crazy. So it's stuff like that where last year we're talking Rams, and now, my goodness, I know that team is just ready to be done with this season.
Right. They fell off the cliff.
I mean, talk about a Super Bowl hangover. I mean, they're so hungover they can't even see straight.
It's crazy. And now what is it? Donald Aaron, and he's out, high ankle sprain. They don't know when he's going to come back. Oh my gosh.
You guys. Okay, so here. Got a couple answers here. Okay. Oh, it's almost 8:30. So remember, guys, your defensive MVP, if there was one. So, Graham, Harbaugh and Jackson in Baltimore in 2019. And so that's good. I knew it wasn't that far off, but I was like, I'm pretty sure there was one. And then our guy Murph, because Murph. Let's see. The AP Coach of the Year and MVP have been on the same team 12 times.
Wow.
So, yes, 12 times. Colts in the Johnny Unitas Shula era. Washington, the Gibbs and the Theismans.
Wow.
And Patriots, Belichick and Brady a few times.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Panthers in 2015.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right.
Cam in the riverboat.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Cam in the riverboat.
Stuff we forget about right there,
Yeah,
right?
No kidding. Wow.
Oh, and then 99 for Vermeil and Warner. Yep. There you go.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. It happened one more time in 1986.
1986. Was it Marino and Shula?
No. No,
Darn
it
it!
wasn't Marino and Shula,
I
but
just
it
like to
did
say that.
happen in
I like to say that.
1986. And
1986.
do you guys know who it was in 1986? Okay, come on.
Okay, hang on.
1980s.
That was the best quarterback draft ever. It was 83. So those quarterbacks were, let's see, 83, 4, 5, 86. It has to be.
Mhm.
That wasn't the Gibbs. No, Gibbs was, no, that Theismann
Nope,
was
that
a couple
wasn't
years
Gibbs.
early. That was like the 83, 82 seasons or something like that, I think. A little earlier.
Yep, those
than
were
that.
82, 83. Yep, very good, very
86. Okay. Okay, hang on. Did it come out of the NFC?
good. It came out of the NFC.
Was it Jimmy Johnson?
No, it was
The
not
Cowboys?
Jimmy Johnson.
Wasn't the Cowboys?
It was not the Cowboys in that division,
Okay.
though, but not the Cowboys.
Okay, in that division. All right, see, we're close now.
We're getting close.
All right, Wanda, it's your division. Let's go. What was it?
Oh wait, no, it wasn't that division. That's right, it was not that division.
But it was the NFC.
It was the NFC.
Okay, so
It wasn't Jimmy Johnson.
Wasn't Jimmy Johnson.
It wasn't Jimmy Johnson. It wasn't the NFC East, though. Pretty sure. 1986.
It was the NFC. It was the NFC East.
It was the NFC.
And we're looking for the defensive player?
That was the defensive player that year. And that was the last defensive player in 1986.
Was it
the Giants? The Giants.
Yes, it was. It was
Yeah.
LT and Bill Parcells. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yes, there was a defensive MVP, and that was the last one was in 1986, and it was
And
LT
along with his coach.
and his coach. Yes,
Let's
look
give
at
a
that.
big LT welcome.
Yes, LT was the last defensive MVP.
Wow.
I think if the Bills win it all, and if our boy hadn't gotten hurt, Von Miller, I think it could have been him. Potentially.
Von Miller?
Potentially.
Oh, it would be interesting if a defensive, brings up a great point, because it would be interesting if a defensive player won it starting with one team and ending with another.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have that, I know that's probably never happened. That's had to have never happened.
Probably has never happened.
Yeah.
That
But yes,
never happened.
Graham, that's right. In 1986, LT,
Gotta be LT.
Lawrence Taylor was the MVP, last defensive MVP. Perfect. Now comes to one of my favorite parts of the show.
We gotta do this damn hat.
Teams from a hat.
Oh,
Teams from a hat. So, Wanda, if you haven't played Teams from a Hat, okay, I don't have the hat. Dana had the hat. We put all 32 teams in a hat, and we picked them out one by one, and we said why each one was going to the Super Bowl. They didn't have to win, but why they were going to the Super Bowl. And it could be a serious one, as, you know, they've got the best quarterback in the league or whatever, or it could be goofy as they're going to, so that's why the Cardinals are going to the Super Bowl. You know, that type of thing. Okay?
Got it.
okay.
Got it.
All right. So here we go.
Okay.
Let Wanda go first.
So, okay, Wanda, since you're our guest, you're going first.
Okay.
And here we go.
Who she got? Who she got?
The 49ers. Why are the 49ers going to the
this
Super Bowl?
easy.
Oh.
Oh, God.
49ers are going in just because Jimmy G can wear a freaking suit.
Bruh.
Bro. You know,
that man can wear him a suit. He knows it
he
too.
can wear a suit. He goes in there and he's charging that offense. You've got Debo that, I don't know now because Debo got hurt, so Debo may be out. But if Debo gets a little bit better, definitely he can take it all himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Nick Bosa in the front charging and getting sack after sack, I don't care who it is, it's going to be the 49ers again. I love Jimmy G. I don't think he is a Joe Montana, but he can get it out there with the swagger because that boy's got swagger.
For days. Gorgeous has swagger for days.
Oh,
right,
my
Michelle?
God.
All right.
I'm dropping stuff over here.
Oh, my gosh, Lisa. Quit it. Lisa.
So
You
wait,
ready?
so are we clear? Wait a minute. Wanda said that the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl because Jimmy G's good looking. Got it.
Yeah, that's why they're going to the Super Bowl, because Jimmy G is good looking.
There we go.
Easy there. There you go.
Winner,
Easy.
winner.
Easy, simple.
It can be serious or not. Either way, slice it. We're good to go. Hey,
I
Lisa.
mean, look at the way he entered into Mexico. I mean,
You're killing me.
all right, continue on.
Okay, we're continuing. Lisa, why are the Commanders going to the Super Bowl?
Because of Riverboat Ron. That's why.
Yeah.
And Tyler, have yourself a Heineke, because that boy coming in.
That boy good.
That boy's going to be good, and he's gonna turn the whole team around, put them on their back like he wants to. He's going to surefire win that quarterback number one. He's going to be quarterback number one from now on. So Carson Wentz, who? That's kind of where we're going to go. That's why the Commanders with Riverboat Ron, who was the MVP with Cam Newton, is going to be the MVP coach of the Commanders and take him all the way to the Super Bowl.
Shaboing boing. I love it.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Drop it.
Just
right
like
there.
that. Okay. We got how many more teams? 3 more teams. All right.
All right.
Here we go. Why? I have to answer why the Giants are going to go to the Super Bowl. Because they're going to re-sign OBJ, and Saquon Barkley is going to run them into the Super Bowl. That's why. That's why they're going. Because Saquon and Danny Dimes is actually going to really start, he's going to really concentrate and do what he does best and throw some dimes. And that's why I think it's going to be all offensive. That's why they're going to the Super Bowl. Can't nobody touch them. They're just going to, they're going to blaze through the Eagles so that we'll be like, what? Eagles who? Giants? Yes. That's why they're going to the Super Bowl.
Well, that's impressive.
Well, as long as OBJ stays awake on the plane to get to New York, be golden.
He'll be good.
Yeah.
He'll be good.
He'll be golden.
Just
He'll be golden.
Don't wake the boy up to put a seatbelt on. He doesn't like that.
You don't.
No.
Oh, my God. People, please. Put your seatbelt on, then fall asleep. It's not that hard to do. Lord. Wanda?
Give me who it is.
Why are the Lions going to the Super Bowl? I purposely didn't pick that one because I didn't want you guys to be like, Homer choice. So why are the Lions going to the Super Bowl?
The Lions are going to go into the Super Bowl because of their defense. They've got Aiden Hutchinson, who's going to lead the pack. He's going to wind up getting Jalen Hurts on the ground. It'll be, or Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
He'll be catching some of those interceptions. It'll shock the world, but it'll be that defense all over the place. What's his name? Who's the coach?
Dan Campbell.
Dan
Campbell. He is going to just build that team, and he's going to cry them a river all the way through the Super Bowl.
Knock their kneecaps off. Are we doing 2 teams?
What?
We're doing 2 teams?
We're finishing the half.
We're finishing it off.
Oh, man, I was not prepared for the next one.
Lisa, this one's easy. I kind of hinted at it earlier.
Okay, hit it again.
Okay.
Give it to me.
The Cardinals, why are they going to the Super Bowl?
Oh, they ain't going to the Super Bowl.
They're going to the Super Bowl because it's in Arizona.
He's going to get fired. He's no. Okay, let's see. DeAndre Hopkins. You got Mickey Mouse is let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying. Kyler Murray, he's gonna get healthy. And him and Hopkins gonna hook up.
James Conner's gonna run it to the ground.
Yeah. Him too.
Poor Lisa.
She was not prepared.
Because I'm thinking Clint's gonna get fired, but
I mean, but
I mean, you got Kyle Murray. I mean, a running back that can throw a football. I mean, you got a running back that can throw a football. So I think you're good. D-Hop, you got, Kyler Murray.
There you go.
I'm gonna say Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins and their offense. Yeah, okay.
I love you guys.
You know, if Kyler can do what he did when they played against the Raiders earlier in the season, there you go. That's all he has to do. Just
Yeah,
swing
exactly.
out, do his little you know, that's it.
And it's easy with those types of quarterbacks, like you said. You know, I honestly think that so they're staying looking. Listen, I heard all about Kingsbury today and stuff like that, and the accusations of that rumor mill that he probably will be out of a job. So to me, he was brought in for Kyler Murray. And I honestly do. I think Kyler Murray is one of these guys that if he can fake a couple steps up to run, that's going to freeze all your safeties because he's a run quarterback. And then he can fire the ball. So to me, I'd love to see them build around him more. You know, you have James Conner, and I hate to say this, but I think James Conner's kind of off balancing it. I think, you know, it's a nice little fit in once in a while, but you need to make up your mind with them, because one thing I've noticed with the Miami Dolphins, with Jalen Hurts, these type of quarterbacks that are running these RPOs, it's fast. You notice that it's a fast offense. It's slants, it's run, it's try to balance. It seems like you got quick slants, you've got, you know, deep outs, back shoulders. Then you go to the runners where you got your tight ends in the middle. So I just don't think they gave that to him. And plus, like I said, he got hurt, and that wasn't his fault. You know, that offensive line needs some help. That Cardinal offensive line does not hold much for him at all. I mean, that guy's running for his life. So I think if he's running because it's a play that's designed for him to run or pass option, then I think you're okay. So I think that you'd have to try to convince me that injuries, rebuild that offensive line, build around Kyler, just like they're doing with Justin, just like they're doing with Tua, just like they're doing with Daniel Jones. Play to these quarterbacks' strengths and hopefully start seeing some of that. So, yeah, I wouldn't count Kyler out. You know, he's still a tremendous athlete. But I would build right around him. I'd get speedy guys and I'd run a fast offense.
Yep.
Yeah.
The quicker they get the ball out, the better.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, ladies, it's been another great Tuesday.
We did it.
Woo-hoo.
Thanks, guys, for checking in and chatting with us. Graham, you held it down for us in the chat section. Everybody remembered over to YouTube each Tuesday so that you can chat and interact with us. We love it. Camden, we missed you. Hope you're doing okay. Check in with us when you can. And remember, guys, Donkey's Place, Camden, New Jersey, Medford, New Jersey, Mount Holly, New Jersey. Stop by. Tell them the OTFB lady sent you. Get you a delicious cheesesteak.
Get your asses in
and
New
a
Jersey
t-shirt or a
this weekend.
hoodie. Lisa. Oh, goodness. Wanda, thank you so much for joining us. We will have you back on again, I'm sure. This is
awesome. I love you, ladies.
Don't hang up, Wanda. Don't hang up yet.
All right.
Yeah.
Because everybody seems like when we say
Right, you guys,
we want to say goodbye to them, it's like, boom, they just gone.
I know. All right, you guys, take care. See you next week. Deuces.